Today we're going to be going step by step to build out a one product branded drop shipping store. This is the same exact structure that I used on this store and this store over here. So you're going to want to stick around for the entire thing. And if you haven't yet, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so the very first thing that we're going to want to do is go ahead and head on over to gmail.com and create an email. We want to make sure that we keep our store's emails and our personal emails separate. So I just like to create a brand new email for my store. So what you're going to do is just press create account and then do to manage my business. And then right over here for the first name, I'm just going to put in blend last name icon. I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the previous store that I used for this video that I'll link above. So for this, we're just going to do blend icon and then put in whatever your birthday is. Once you have your email created, you're going to go over to shopify.com and then just put in that email. So blend icon co@gmail.com. and then just press start free trial. I'll have a link down below where you guys could get a 90-day free trial for Shopify. And then for the store name, you can really name this whatever you want. I'm just gonna name it Blend Icon Shop. And for all of this, you could go ahead and skip it. And then for where it says add an address, you're just gonna put in any of your personal information. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so this is what the back end of your Shopify dashboard is going to look like. The very first button that we're gonna hit is this apps button, and we're gonna download 4 different apps: Reviews, Orberlo, SMS Bump, and Vitals 40. So once you have the apps dashboard pulled up here, you're gonna go ahead and hit this button that says visit the Shopify App Store and download each one of those individually. A quick note, with Vitals 40, it does have a 30-day free trial, and then after that, it's going to be $30 a month, so you will have to add a credit card. All right, and as you can see here, we have our 4 different apps: Reviews, Orberlo, SMS Bump, and Vitals 40. We'll walk through the full setup on each one of these apps in just a second here. The next step is going to be importing the product into your store. I use Orberlo here, so what you're gonna do is download a Google Chrome extension from Orberlo and then hop on over to Aliexpress and import the product through there. And as you can see, now this product is going to be on my import list on my Orberlo dashboard, and I'm just gonna hit this green button right here that says import to store. And then now if I take a look at my products selection here, it'll pull up with that product that we just imported. You're gonna go ahead and change this title and this description to whatever you want. Whenever I have the title, typically I'll name it whatever the brand is. So in this case, it's Blend Icon, and then the name of the product, so Portable Blender. And then for the description, I prefer to follow just a very simple layout where it has a main headline grabbing title, something that really just grabs people's attention, a picture, and then a paragraph. And I just repeat that 2 or 3 times, and then that's pretty much it for my product description. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so we have our description all imported here. And with each of these pictures, I just like to center align them. I think it looks a little bit better. And if you scroll on down to the different variants, sometimes some of these products are gonna have a lot of different variants depending on the colors or where it ships from. As you can see right here, it says that it's shipping from different locations. So we have some that are coming from United Kingdom, Poland, Russia, China, Australia, and so on and so forth. For this case, I'm going to only keep the ones that are shipping from the United States so that we can make sure that we're getting our products to our customers quickly. So any of the ones that say United States, we're going to leave unchecked. Any of the ones that have other countries, we're just going to go ahead and check those boxes. Okay, so I have all of those boxes checked that are not the United States. I'm going to head on over to more actions and then go down to this section that says delete variants and hit that button and then just go ahead and delete them. Now at this point, we're only going to be left with these 4 variants. Each of these are coming from the United States. So what I'm going to do is change the color name from this random code that was automatically imported to the name of the actual color. So this is purple. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit the save button. That way we don't lose any of our progress. You're gonna wanna periodically do that so that, just in case the screen times out or something, you don't lose where you were. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit this button right over here that says more options and then edit options. And then right here, it says ships from United States. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of that. It'll be something that I'll mention inside of my checkout and then also in my description. So there's really no point to have that variant selector there. For the pricing, we're gonna go ahead and price this at $39.95 since it is a little bit more expensive. You're gonna wanna make sure that you change this on every single variant across the board. So once we have that all loaded in, we'll hit save one more time. All right, and the last 2 things we'll have to do on this description is make sure that any of the pictures that you have in your media selection is going going to be pictures that you want your audience to actually see. I don't really like this picture. I think it looks a little bit cheap. So I'm gonna go ahead and select that one and delete it. And then if we scroll on down to this section that says search engine listing preview, you can see this green text down here. This is what our domain is going to be. We want to shorten this up so that it's a lot shorter for our Facebook ads. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it so it's blend icon shop, and then the URL slug over here is just blend icon. This will make it so that whenever we put it into our Facebook ads, it doesn't take up a ton of real estate and it's not super bulky. So you can see right here, now that URL is a lot shorter and looks a lot better. All right, so that product page is just about done. Now we're gonna head on over to our online store section right over here and then hit pages. We're gonna build out all the different pages that we'll need for our website. The first one we're gonna do is after we hit this add page button, we're gonna add a tracking page. So you could just type in track your order. And then right here where it says show HTML, you're gonna go ahead and click that box. And then in the description, I'll have a full PDF that'll outline all the different things that you'll need. You'll need a little snippet of code, which I'll show you here in just a second. So this is what you'll get access to. And if you go down to the very bottom here, you'll see this bolded text that says tracking page script. You're gonna wanna copy that entire thing and then paste that into this section right over here and then hit save. And then we're gonna hit add page again and then do contact us. This is gonna be so our customers can contact us if they have any questions about shipping or pricing or anything like that. So all you're gonna do is type in contact us over here, and where it has the template suffix on this side, you're gonna check that box and switch it to page.contact. Go to your settings, and then on the right hand side here, it says legal. You're gonna wanna check that box and then hit create your template for each one of these different sections for terms of service, privacy policy, and refund policy. This will automatically generate different templates for you. Once you've done this, you're gonna wanna hit Command F and type in your address and get rid of that. If you leave your address in there, people will see where you live, and that's just kind of weird. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that very first one, the refund policy, and then just paste it in there, and then type in refund policy, hit save, and then rinse and repeat for the terms of service and the privacy policy. All right, and once you have that done, you can see that we have 5 different pages here: contact us, privacy policy, refund policy, terms of service, and track your order. Now we're gonna go ahead and set up our navigation. So right underneath this pages tab, you can see a button that says navigation. Go ahead and click that. And then on the main menu here, the first one that we're gonna go ahead and change is catalog. Go ahead and hit edit, and then select your product that you just created. So this here is gonna be Blend Icon Portable Blender. And we're gonna change the name from catalog to Blend Icon, the name of the product here, and then hit apply changes. Next, go ahead and press add menu item, go down to where it says link, then go to pages, and then do track your order, and then hit add. And the last one that we're gonna add on this navigation is going to be the contact us. So if you go to your pages once more and then hit contact us, you could press add and then hit save. Now go back to your original navigation menu and then do footer menu right over here. Click on that, press add menu item, and then you're gonna wanna click on pages and add each one of these different policies: the privacy policy, refund policy, and terms of service. So your footer menu should look like this: search, privacy policy, refund policy, and terms of service. And then you're gonna go ahead and hit save. At this point, if you don't have a logo, now would be a good time to create it. If you don't have one, I'd recommend going over to canva.com and just building one out really quick. That's how I built the logo that I'm gonna be using here. Once you have your logo all done, you're gonna wanna download it to your computer and then go back to your settings and go to notifications. Here, we're gonna hit customize. And this is going to be all of the different emails that Shopify will automatically send out for you. You're gonna hit this choose file under this logo section and then just upload your logo. So as you can see right there, I went ahead and added my logo. And then for this accent color, if you have a brand color that you would like to include, which I would like to change this darker blue to this lighter blue, you could go ahead and punch this in here on Canva. You could find that relatively easily. Once that's done, you'll go ahead and hit save. Now back on that template that I gave you guys, you're gonna wanna go to this section where it says replace confirmation email. Go ahead and copy this section. It is a very, very lengthy section. So just go all the way to the bottom here, right before that tracking page script that we had, and then go ahead and hit the copy button and then go back to your store where these notifications are. Go back to your notifications where it says order confirmation. Go ahead and click on that. Highlight this entire section and then just paste this in. Once this is done, we have to change something. So hit Command F and then type in your store. And right here, you can see this link that says https://yourstorename.com pages/track. So here we're gonna go to a separate tab, go to online store, pages, and then go to that track your order page that we just created. Here, go to the very bottom and it'll have this section that's in green. Go ahead and copy this URL from the track your order page and then highlight this section in between these quotes and just paste that in. Once that's done, you could go ahead and hit save. What this is doing is whenever somebody places an order from your website, they'll get this email automatically from your company that says, hey, your order is on the way. You can see that what it looks like right here. It gives them that tracking number and it'll give them the link directly to your tracking page. That way you don't have to deal with as many customer service emails as you probably would. All right, once you have that email confirmation all set up, we have a really solid foundation to pretty much just finish up our store. So at this point, we're gonna head over to debutify.com and download our theme. This is basically like the typical debut theme that you would get whenever you first start your Shopify store, except it's beefed up a little. It just looks a lot better. So go ahead and hit that button in the top right-hand corner that says free download, and then just put in your name, Jonathan Zamora, and then your email. You're gonna wanna put the same email that you used to build out your store. So blendiconco@gmail.com, free download now. And then they're gonna ask you for your .myshopify.com URL. So go ahead and copy that little section there and then just paste it in. Shopify will ask you if you want to download this unlisted app. Just go ahead and download that. And once it's all downloaded, it'll ask you to add the theme to your library. They have some paid plans, but I prefer to just use the free one. It gives you everything that you'll need. Once you have that downloaded, go ahead and head on over to your online store. And then right at the bottom here, you'll see where it says Debutify. Once this is done publishing, you could go ahead and hit this actions button and then publish. Okay, and you can see right at the top here, it says current theme, Debutify. We're gonna go ahead and hit this customize button so that we can get started on building everything out. All right, so we're gonna start moving page by page here. So if you are following this step by step, just pause it periodically so that you don't miss any of these steps because they're all pretty important. The very first thing that I prefer to do is go over to my header section right here and then add both of my logos. So you can see here, I have two different logos that are uploaded, one with white text for the word icon and then one with gray text. The reason that I have that is in this home section, this is where you're going to see this white variation. And then as they scroll down, they'll see the other variation here. It just makes your store stand out a little bit and makes it look a little bit more professional. Periodically, you can hit this little button right up here in the top left, and this just switches it to a mobile view so that you can make sure everything looks good on mobile. The majority of our traffic is going to be on mobile devices, so we really want to make sure it looks good there. Now, by default, they're going to have all of these different sections already checked off for you. Since this is a single product store, I prefer to hide the majority of these. So we're gonna go ahead and hide featured content, featured products, collection list, and that's just about it. Besides that, we're good to go to leave everything else. So for this first section here, go ahead and click on the welcome button and then click where it says content, and then select an image for you to upload as your background for your homepage theme. For me personally, I like to go over to this free images section and then just type in different things until I find something that fits the store pretty well. So this is the image that I decided to go with. It looks pretty good and it has to do with health. It also is really, really high quality, so it's definitely worth it. You could check or uncheck this overlay. It just makes the image a little bit darker. And then for this heading section here, this is where you're gonna put in your text. I'm just gonna put in some quick text that aligns with what I'm going for with the brand. Okay, so that's what we have for the text here, helping you build something that you're proud of. I think that sounds pretty cool. And we're gonna go ahead and exit out of the Shop Now button so it just has that text there. There's really no reason to have a Shop Now button because we have the product right here and then we'll have it right underneath here as well. So it's a little bit redundant to have it multiple times. Go down to where it says featured product right over here, click on that and then press select product. And we're just gonna go ahead and add the product that we built out originally. And now you can see that the product is added on the homepage right here. It looks pretty decent, but there's a couple of things that we could do to make it look a little bit better. Personally, I prefer to uncheck this show description button and then also enable product sharing. That just makes it so that people can't share it to Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest. It really just keeps people on our website and just tries to get them through our sales funnel, which is the main point of our entire website. Once that's done, you'll be good to go on that section. We're gonna go ahead and click on this little email section right here where it says subscribe to our newsletter, and then it says a short sentence describing what someone will receive by subscribing. We're just gonna go ahead and delete that. If you want to add in something like you'll get 50% off discounts or weekly updates, then go ahead and put that there. But this is an easy way to collect emails without much work. Now this little guarantee bar right down here, this is fully customizable. You can use different images and say whatever you would like. I personally prefer to just use 3 of these because it can get a little bit cluttered and doesn't look as professional. So you can see right here, award-winning design, ships from US, and 100% satisfied guarantee. After that is all done, we're good to go with that little section here. We're gonna go to where it says footer, click on that, and you could really customize this however you would like. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and head to this section where it says follow us. If you have different Facebook pages and Pinterest and Instagram, you could go ahead and include that. Since I don't have any of that for the store currently, there's really no reason to have that. For this about us section, we're gonna wanna make sure that we at least include something. So for the email address, we're just gonna put in the email address that we just built out. For the phone number, we don't have one, get rid of that. And then for the text here, I like to fill this up just a little bit and just say something. So we'll just say #1 rated portable blender. And as you can see on our footer menu here, we already have our privacy policy, refund policy, and terms of service. So that's all looking pretty solid. Once that's done, click on where it says drawer menu, and then just go ahead and uncheck show social medias. Click theme settings, and then click on where it says colors. If you have a main brand color, you're gonna wanna include that where any of these purple sections are. It'll just give your entire store a really nice branded feel. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. And as you can see here, any of those sections that were previously purple are now this light blue color. And as we kind of go through our website, you'll see that now the text over here for the pricing is blue, and then also all of these different buttons. And it just looks a lot better all the way throughout. Once that's done, head over to where it says typography, and this will allow you to change your fonts. I personally don't really like the ITC Caslin font that they have by default, so I'll go ahead and change that to something that I feel like fits the brand a little bit better. I really like this Acco font, and you could change down here how thick the font is. I personally prefer to go with bold for the headings, and then for any of the accent fonts, I'll just go with that same exact font, but just regular. And now this is what this is looking like. So you can see this font just looks a lot more athletic and clean. It looks a lot better all the way throughout the entire store. So everything's looking pretty solid here. Go ahead and go back to this main menu that you have. And if you have any social media, like I said, go ahead and put that in. If you don't have them, just make sure that you get rid of all of these different URLs so that somebody doesn't somehow get directed to just going to that social media. Where it says favicon, this is going to be this little section up here that shows up on a browser tab. You could go ahead and select an image and then just upload your logo. If you have one specifically for your favicon, then you could go ahead and import that there. I personally don't, so I'm just going to use my logo. With this cart and search tab here, go ahead and click onto that, and then go ahead and uncheck the show top checkout button, enable order notes, and then with the cart type, I prefer to switch this over to a page rather than a drawer. That just makes sure that Facebook actually tracks the add to cart function properly. At the bottom here, it says advanced settings. Go ahead and click on that, and where it has this announcement bar, that's this little section right over here. I don't really like the way that looks. I don't really include them on any of my stores, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of that altogether so that way it doesn't show up. And then if you go to the bottom here, it has this back to top button. It's this little button that'll pop up if you scroll down right there. I also don't like having that. I just don't think it looks very clean or professional, so I just prefer to remove that altogether. Down in this little general section, I'm gonna go ahead and remove where it says show breadcrumbs, and besides that, we should be just about good to go on all of these settings. The last one we're gonna have to focus on is this checkout section. And where it says custom image for your logo, you're gonna wanna make sure that you include your logo right there. And at the very bottom of the checkout section, it says this little color section, and any of these purple boxes, we're again gonna change to our brand colors. All right, we are on the home stretch here, so make sure you bear with me. These are the last few steps that we have to get done. In this menu right up here in the top left, go ahead and hit product pages, and this will just pull up what the product page looks like. So you can see this is what it currently looks like. Not too bad, but there's definitely some optimizations that we could do to it. The very first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to this sections button and then click on product pages. Where it says big product title, go ahead and uncheck that. It just makes this text a little bit smaller and it makes it look a lot better on mobile. And then right down here, go ahead and uncheck enable product sharing and then show product tags. That'll just make it so that we don't have little social media logos here at the bottom that's just taking up unnecessary real estate. For product recommendations, we don't have any other products, so we're just gonna go ahead and uncheck that. Again, for the related products, I'm just gonna go ahead and uncheck that. If you end up adding other products that you would like to promote, you could go ahead and recheck it. Now we have this little testimonial section that's right down here. This can be really nice, but we already have this reviews app. Again, that's something that's redundant. It's taking up unnecessary real estate, so we're just gonna get rid of that altogether. And once you have all of those testimonials removed, you can see that that section is no longer visible. This is what our product page is currently looking like. It looks a lot better. And the store is just about done as far as the design aspect goes. The rest is just getting everything set up so that you can start selling your product. But let's go ahead and take a quick look and see how the store looks. So this is the home page we have right here. Home, blend icon, track your order, contact us, helping you build something you're proud of. Over here, we have the product. If you have a different offer that you want to include, you're going to go ahead and just change the compare at price. I'm going to go ahead and leave that for now. And then it has the product page here. So we'll pull up the product page, and this is what this is looking like. And then we'll add the reviews in just a second. Here is the track your order page. Looks pretty solid there. And then for the contact us, this is what that looks like. So everything is all good to go here. We're gonna go ahead and head on back to the Shopify dashboard and then go ahead and click on your settings. Once you're here, click on this section that says shipping, and then click on manage rates under your general shipping rates. We have to make sure that we get these set up properly. A lot of the times this is something that's easy to forget, but if you don't set this up, people won't be able to order your product. So don't miss this step. Under each one of these rates that are currently there, just go ahead and delete them. We don't need any of these. So as you can see, now we currently have no rates. That's exactly what we are wanting. If you're only shipping in the United States, you're just gonna set up this domestic column. And then if you're shipping across the world doing e-packet, then you'll set up rest of the world. So go ahead and press add rate and type in free shipping. I prefer to have the word free in all caps. It just brings a lot of attention to it. And then you're just gonna leave the price as 0 and then hit done. And then we're gonna do the same thing for the rest of the world. Once that's all good to go there, you'll just make sure that your product that you are selling is under this section here, just to make sure that it is covered by this shipping, and then you could go ahead and hit save. Okay, and then at this point, you're gonna go ahead and set up your payment provider. So go back to your settings, click on payment providers right here. And then you're gonna need 2 different payment providers. One is going to be PayPal, and then the second one is going to be a credit card processor. You could use something like Shopify Payments, or you could use Stripe. It's really up to you. For this, I'm just gonna go ahead and press complete account setup for Shopify Payments. This is all going to be your personal information, so I'm just gonna blur this all together. Once you have your credit card payment set up, then with PayPal, you'll just go ahead and hit this button here that says complete account setup, and you'll have both of your payment providers connected. All right, so our store is just about done. All we have to do is hit plan and permissions in the settings and then click compare plans. And then you could go ahead and choose whichever plan you want. I'm gonna go with the cheapest one for $29.95. And this will not be billing me until July 7th. It's currently April 8th. They have a 90-day free trial right now because of the whole coronacation thing. So you could pretty much start your store for the first 3 months and really not have to worry about anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that on. And once that is added on, we're gonna go ahead and head up to this search bar and just type in password, and it'll pull up your online store preferences. Go ahead and click on that, and then scroll down to the bottom section where it says password protection, and then uncheck the enable password function. So the store is completely set up and it looks good. We're able to sell, but if you really want to do well with your store, you're going to want to make sure that you set up these apps properly. So let's go ahead and run through that. By the way, just a little PSA, if you have not destroyed the like button yet, I don't know what you are doing. Go ahead, stop this video, hit that like button, and join the freaking family. Helps these videos get out to more people, and I would greatly appreciate it. The first one that we're gonna do is a reviews. So go ahead and open that up. Once a reviews is pulled up, go over to this reviews menu right over here and then click on import reviews. And then you're gonna go over to Aliexpress and grab the listing that is posted for that product, and then just go ahead and insert that URL right there and click import. And as you can see here, we now have 5 reviews on this product. We could go ahead and view those reviews right over here. And then if we wanna make edits to them, you could just hit edit and change it to whatever you want it to be. So that is all good to go. The next app that we're gonna set up is going to be SMS Bump. So go ahead and click on that one right there. And then it's going to ask you for your phone number. That is not my phone number. And then press press I agree to terms of service and privacy policy and click connect. All right, once you have SMS Bump connected, there's only a few things that we have to do here. Go ahead and head on over to your automations section right over here. And then once that has loaded up, it says abandon cart customer after 1 hour. Go ahead and hit the edit button on this. Where it says 1 hour, go ahead and change that to 5 minutes. And then scroll down just a bit to where it says message timing and then do 5 minutes. And then you could play around with the message and try to make it a little bit more customized and branded out for your store. I personally have tested this a few times and I feel like the default message performs pretty well on its own. Once you hit save, go ahead and click good, make the change. Once you are back onto the automations dashboard, go ahead and just make this very first one active. Now, as you start to get more sales, you could go ahead and make this second abandoned cart reminder active once you start getting some traffic. I wouldn't recommend doing this early on since you're going to only have a few people going to the store. You really want to make sure that you capitalize on the money that you're spending. Now, out of the gate, they're going to give you 30 cents to work with. If you want to add additional funds, you could just go ahead and press add and then securely buy it through Shopify. They charge you on a per text message basis, and it really is going to range anywhere from 1 cent to maybe 10 cents on the highest, most expensive range. I'll usually get really solid return on investment from SMS Bump. Go ahead and go back to your apps section and then click on Vitals 40. Once you're here, you can see there's a ton of different functionalities that come with this app. You could do product bundles, volume discounts, all sorts of different things. I personally only prefer to use a few of these. One of these is going to be the sticky add to cart. So you could go ahead and check that off right there. And then once you have that checked, you're gonna go ahead and open this up and just make sure that all of these settings are exactly how you want them. You could move the location from the bottom to the top if you want, but just make sure the most important thing is that it is available on mobile devices. Once that's done, go over to where it says volume discounts and click on that. Where it says create group, go ahead and click on that. And then where it says percent, do fixed price. And then for the selected products, just go ahead and do any product for now since we only have one. And then where it has all of these different quantities, you're gonna go ahead and add different tiers. This is going to give people discounts and an incentive to purchase more than one of your item, which is really a goal so that we could increase our average order value. It's basically just how much people are spending on our store. So if they buy 2, I'll give them $4 off each blender. And if they buy 3, I'll give them $6 off each blender. You're gonna wanna run numbers for your product and see what makes the most sense for you. Here you could change the different layouts that are being shown. I personally like this layout, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. Once that's done, just go back to the volume discount section and make sure that that new group that you created is active, and then go ahead and make this entire section active and hit save. Now on our dashboard, you'll see that we have sticky add to cart active and volume discounts active. Like I said, there's a ton of other options that you could go with. Play around with these and see what makes the most sense for you. But that is it. That is everything that we need to build out a nice branded one product store. So this is what the product page is currently looking like with our reviews right here at the bottom. I would like these to have images. So if you're really trying to make this look nice, try to find some good images and then just place them right down here with those reviews. Here you can see that it has this little section right here where it says buy more, save more, and then it has different options for them to purchase multiple if they really choose so. And then at the bottom, you can see it says blend icon portable blender. They could choose the different option, purple, pink, green, blue, and then they could go ahead and add to cart here. Now, once they are in the cart, everything's all branded out, looks really nice. They could go straight to the checkout. And then here they could go ahead and punch in all of their information and buy your products. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this, please smash that thumbs up button. It really does help out the channel. These types of videos take a lot of work. So if I could get these videos out to more people, that means I get to help more people, which is really why I'm creating these videos. But if you haven't followed me on Instagram, my Instagram info will be right down here. I post there pretty much daily. So if you want to see new updates from me, go ahead and see them there. That's it for this one, guys. I will see you on the next video. Peace.